There was a morning, not long ago, when I stood in front of the mirror, brushing my teeth in silence, staring at the woman before me. She was dressed, yes, presentable, smile rehearsed, but behind the eyes, I saw a weariness, and not just tiredness, but a soul-level ache that no nap could fix. I had been doing it all, running a household, pouring into my children, supporting ministry work, creating content, smiling on cue, but behind closed doors, I was unraveling. And then one day, something cracked. My daughter had asked for a snack for the fourth time in 5 minutes, and I snapped. Not loud, sharp. Sharp enough that I saw her little face crumble, and my heart. That moment haunted me because the woman that I wanted to be, she's kind, she's patient, she's whole. But that day I realized I had been pouring from a dry well, and I had been tending every garden but my own. I had been tending every garden but my own. And in the quiet that followed, I heard the Lord whisper, not with anger, but with grace, "You have forgotten your first ministry, yourself." God gave me this temple. Something that God is always reminding me of when I feel lost or like I don't know what the next step to take is. It's always to focus on what He has already blessed me with. Sisters, maybe you have been there too. Maybe you're living there now. You give and you give and you give until there's nothing left. And somewhere along the way, you started to believe a few different lies. And they might sound noble, but these are deadly. Lie number 1. I don't have time for myself. The world has convinced us that our value is found in doing, in being constantly needed. But that's not God's rhythm. Even Jesus, the Savior of the world, stepped away to rest. Mark 6:31 says, "Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest." So why do we believe that we are holier if we never pause? Let me tell you about a friend. She's the strong one. She makes the lunches, folds the laundry, says yes every school request, but she hasn't sat alone with a cup of tea in months. She falls asleep scrolling. She wakes up already feeling so behind. She tells herself, "I will rest tomorrow." But tomorrow never actually comes. Does that sound familiar? Lie number 2 is taking care of myself is selfish. Culture calls it self-care, but I want to call it what it truly is: sacred stewardship. Matthew 22:39 doesn't say love your neighbor instead of yourself. It says love your neighbor as yourself. That verse assumes that you are loving yourself. And think of the oxygen mask analogy. On every flight, they remind us, put on your own mask before helping others. Why? Because you can't help if you yourself are gasping for air. Lie number 3. I'll prioritize myself when life slows down. Sister, life will not slow down. Ecclesiastes 11:4 says, "Whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever looks at the clouds will not reap." If you wait for the perfect moment to care for yourself, it will never come. Weeds grow on their own. Gardens are planted with intention. Your joy, your peace, your strength, they require intentional sowing. They require intentional sowing daily. So let's tear down these lies and rebuild on truth. Truth number 1, you were created for balance. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says there is a time for everything. Yes, there's a time for work. But there's also a time for rest. Rest is not laziness, it is wisdom. Burnout steals the joy that God meant for you to have. Truth number 2, you reflect God's image when you care for yourself. Genesis 1:27, God created mankind in his own image. Male and female, he created them. When you nourish your body, honor your mind, protect your peace, you honor the masterpiece that he made in you. A cracked mirror cannot reflect the correct image, but a restored temple, that radiates glory. Truth number 3, self-care equips you for your calling. Think of the Proverbs 31 woman. We admire her productivity, but if you look closer, she is clothed with strength and dignity. That strength doesn't come from hustle, it comes from nourishment. When you are cared for, you are stronger, softer, sharper. Truth number 4, rest is a command, not a suggestion. Exodus 28-10 calls us to observe the Sabbath. This isn't about checking a religious box. It's about trust. Because when you rest, you declare, God, I trust you more than I trust my hustle. That is worship. Now let's name the enemy. The enemy isn't just exhaustion. It's the belief that your worth is in what you produce. It's the culture that praises burnout and mocks stillness. But you, daughter of the King, were never meant to live in burnout and separation. Let me give you 5 steps to begin restoring your temple. Start with 15 minutes. Breathe, pray, journal, just be. Sit in God's presence. This is not indulgence, it's obedience. Set holy boundaries. Jesus himself withdrew. So can you. Say no even to good things, so you can say yes to God things. Move and nourish your body. This body is a temple. Feed it, stretch it, honor it. 30 minutes of walking, that's worship. Pour into your spirit. Don't just scroll, soak. Read his word. Sing his truth. Surround yourself with wise women. Model what you want your daughters to believe. Let your children see that a godly woman is not a martyr to her calendar. She is a steward of her peace. And the ripple effect when you honor your temple, your home shifts. Your clarity sharpens. Your fire returns. You lead better. You love better. You live fuller. You stop snapping. You start shining. And the world doesn't need more burnt out believers. It needs women who are whole, who are rested and radiant with their purpose. Even Jesus, in his darkest hour, went to the garden. He didn't rush. He prayed. He paused. And if the Son of God made space to rest, so should we. So I leave you with this. Prioritizing yourself is not selfish. It is sacred and it honors God. It strengthens your family. It ignites your calling. Neglect is easy, but holiness, that needs to be intentional. You were not made to wilt. You were born to bloom. Sisters, step into the garden. Tend to your temple. And never forget that style is more than what you wear. It's how you step into your God-given purpose. Thank you so much for spending this time with me here. May the Lord bless you, keep you, and restore every part of your temple. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you all next time.